recording.
All right, stream is up. Hello, everyone. This is another game of another series. Now it's No Cheese versus Team Tam. I have with me the wonderful Aaron Zero.
Aw, you think I'm wonderful. That's great. But yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this fine earth. I am indeed the wonderful Aaron Zero, and I'm joined by the incredibly smart, incredibly handsome Mr. Bugs himself. I'm very excited to cast this game between No Cheese and Team Tam with you, and I'm hoping for some high quality Dota like we had in the last stream.
Hell yeah! Hopefully, we get to see some cool heroes, cool synergies. First ban comes out, Jakiro. Quite standard in this league actually, and a Rubik ban by No Cheese.
Yeah, so far both teams are banning out like what are the obvious meta first phase picks. So Jakiro obviously got a buff here in 7.32E, whereas Rubik is just still a very good, very strong laner, has a really good mid game, can be highly flexible in his role, and um, can be useful even in the late game due to its spell steal. So I think it's a good ban for No Cheese to take out, and they banned the Pudge. Uh,
Yeah.
Team Time doing their
Yeah, the
homework.
respect ban. Yeah, the respect ban for Catnip who did so much in the last series yesterday on the support punch, really enabling his team yesterday. So one of the MVPs, well, at least honorary mentions in the previous series. Let's see how No Cheese wants to deal with this. Maybe Catnip. Are they gonna pick Enigma again? Because they did counter. They did use the Rubik ban, so Enigma is a good potential pick now.
True, true. But I think the problem with Enigma, although No Cheese does ban Grimstroke in response, I think with that Enigma game, it was very, very greedy of them to try and use Enigma, especially as Enigma takes like a lot of build up. They were just very fortunate that the game 1.5 went really late and allowed Enigma to build up. But if No Cheese are looking for a faster start, then I don't think Enigma's gonna be the play here, especially if they're gonna be looking for a greedier lineup this time around. Team Tam really did their homework. Well, Wackadoodle was playing as a sub in yesterday's game, so I think he took the knowledge of the No Cheese he had from that game into this one.
Some insider information, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Wackadoodle was playing the mid for one game, for the first game on the Invoker, and then played the offlane Doom in the second game. So he kind of knows how the different roles of No Cheese is going to play. Warlock into Magnus. First two picks are No Cheese. These are powerful BKB breaking ults on a long timer. Looks like they have kind of a game plan now. Like they want to play around the big ults, throw these big spells at the enemy cores and screw them over.
Mm-hmm. That is true. With Warlock and Magnus, No Cheese now get to play in a bit of a timer. It should make it easy for them to coordinate their fights. It's also interesting though that Warlock is one of the current meta supports in this patch. Has seen extensive play during the previous Lima Major. So don't discount the fact that it does have the big rock as its ult. Warlock is capable of being a pretty deceptively good laner in this one. Magnus, I think this is going to be a catnip special. He's going to be using this Magnus to roam around, get pickoffs, get very, very aggressive. Yeah, it's good picks for No Cheese. Team Tam, though, with Dazzle and the Dawnbreaker. So uh, they're looking at some pretty good lane sustain for them, of course, with the Dazzle, of course, one of the pretty good laners with his Poison Touch and the Shadow Word Shadow Wave being capable of healing, and Dawnbreaker, of course, with the global presence with the Solar Guardian, and also can clear lanes and participate in his own right. So good job on Team Tam. Not bad picks.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that Dawnbreaker's ult also kind of deals with these big spells that put your allies together. So like Black Hole and RP, he can just ult and heal all his allies that are being put together there through the lockdown. So there's potential there for like a combo breaker of sorts with Dawnbreaker. And Dazzle, of course, you kind of kill your teammates through the Shallow Grave. Very interesting. They have a lot of heals now on Team Tam. They're banning out Monkey King and Nyx. Whereas No Cheese banned out Invoker and Spectre. Invoker is probably a respect ban for Wackadoodle. He did play that in the previous series. They might have an idea of how he plays Wackadoodle. Wackadoodle plays the Invoker and probably just doesn't want to deal with it.
Indeed. Spectre also does nullify the global strategy that they're probably hoping with no cheese. Of course, Spectre is one of those heroes that can safely farm on one side of the map and just close the gap on his teammates in the team fight thanks to his ultimate haunt and the Aghanim Scepter upgrade Shadow Step. So it makes sense for no cheese to be banning out this Spectre, of course. To maybe they're thinking Team Tam might have a global synergy thanks, of course, to the pick of Dawnbreaker. Meanwhile, Team Tam banning out heroes that might do bad against the Dawnbreaker. They do ban the Nyx, which is a classic counter to Dawnbreaker. Nyx activates Spike Carapace wherever Solar Guardian is being activated. It will cancel Solar Guardian, so it makes sense for them to ban out the Nyx. Monkey King and Night Stalker, two powerful brawling heroes, especially the Monkey King, who's also a very good laner. So it does make sense for Team Tam to remove Monkey King. Though I'm not so sure on the Night Stalker pick, unless they're probably telegraphing that what they're picking for off lane or for a safe lane may be, or mid may be a ranged core. What do you
Yeah,
think?
and they pick it up on no cheese. Oh, Night Stalker is amazing against Puck. Night Stalker is amazing against the Spirit heroes, which are very slippery. So they counter with the ban on the Puck. They don't want to deal with that. They still have the Spirit heroes open, but maybe they're not so worried about that with the Magnus and Warlock already being picked. So it looks like no cheese right now will probably pick one of their cores. And there we go, Void Spirit. One of the spirits that wait. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah. So they banned the Puck. They picked the Void Spirit. There are two more spirits in play. Maybe Team Tam might want to pick up one of those to play into this Void Spirit mid laner.
Yes, indeed. So picking up the Void Spirit, I think this may be going to Nope if Nope is going to be playing mid in this game. A very slippery hero, as you said, and the Night Stalker ban does open up us the usage of a spirit. They also No Cheese also does ban Puck though, so they were probably learning from the last game where they really having difficulties dealing with a slippery mid. Only for them to get another one though. So and then they pick up the Tusk in response. Team Tam deciding to trade fire with fire, or we're gonna see a Tusk core or a Tusk support. What do you think?
I think Task Core is really good against the Void Spirit. Void Spirit is in a bit of a weak state right now, and does have generally lower armor. The burst damage with a Deso Tusk timing would be really powerful against Void Spirit, and Tusk is naturally tank, so it won't get bursted down so easily by Void Spirit. This would allow Dazzle or Dawnbreaker to come in with the heals, and Tusk is just gonna counter him. I think Tusk is a great solution to the Void Spirit right now. I don't see how Nochi is gonna deal with the Tusk. Look, another beefy hero, Tiny.
A lot of Team Tam is building heavily into this gap closing, big combo damage dealing. So now they have Tiny, a couple of great initiates on Team Tam though. So um, I'm guessing this is gonna be a support Tiny though on my end, because I think with Tusk you have initiate with the snowball, and you can now he's obviously follow up with the use Avatos combo. Of course, remains to be seen if Team Tam is gonna be able to get the toss back as well.
Yeah, Tiny definitely a great support, but don't not to be counted out. It can go mid as well against the Void Spirit. Tiny was quite popular to be picked against the Spirit Heroes and Puck as well in the last TI, if I'm not mistaken. The control from Avalanche and Toss locks them down really long, and they can't really dodge it between the avalanches. So there's options right now. Tusk or Tiny can go mid. Tusk or Tiny can go pause four. Dawnbreaker can actually still go mid, to be honest, but I doubt it. I doubt it. With Tusk and Tiny in play, one of them is most probably going mid, and the other one's going pause four.
Indeed, yes, and obviously the two of them are gonna the two of them will be at the forefront of this of the initiation for Team Time in this game. Meanwhile, for No Cheese, what kind of hero are you expecting for their fourth phase? Is this going to be the safe lane, or are they going to reserve that for their final slot?
They should pick their support right now. Assuming Magnus is their offlaner, they should be picking a support. Warlock's most probably a 5, so it's a 4 that they're looking at. Something that can make space. Marcy's not bad, but that would be another hero that's melee. Is it going to be a range hero? Necrophos. Wow. I'm
Yeah.
not sure where to put this guy. Where would you put him, Aaron?
Necrophos though is interesting. We have seen a support Necrophos in high level play, but it does introduce an interesting conundrum. If you put Necrophos, most likely it's gonna be a Necrophos core, and Catnip does play a Magnus 4. So it pretty much plays it almost the same as the Pudge. He's going to be roaming he's going to be roaming actively. He's going to be looking for very early gangs. Going to try to control the mid. So this is going to be a Necrophos core, which is interesting though, given all the burst damage that he's going to be expecting from Team Tam's Tusk and Tiny.
Okay, that's fair. Most probably Catnap's gonna be a Magnus support, so we're gonna see a last pick safe lane carry that's most probably melee to synergize with the Empower of Magnus for no cheese. And Team Tam is most probably gonna pick a carry as well in the last slot. Team Tam already has three melee carries, three melee heroes that are beefy, that can heal, that can stun. They have the dazzle to heal and save as well. I think Team Tam is a great position to pick a ranged hero like Drow. What else? Drow, even Lina right now would be very powerful because there's so much frontline that they can just go crazy and just hit. See, No Cheese recognizes that, bans out the sniper. They don't want to deal with someone at the back dealing all the damage. Meanwhile, and Dawnbreaker tossed Tiny in the front as well.
That is correct. Team Tam banning out the Life Stealer in response. So now they're looking at heroes that can synergize with No Cheese's strategy, which is probably going to be that 5-in Death Ball ganking lineup. Banning out Life Stealer, of course, is pretty obvious. You can combo with the Void Spirit and the Magnus, their primary initiators this game. I think Team Tam may be looking to ban another hero that may synergize with this team. So I'm hoping, but probably not expecting a Phantom Assassin ban because Phantom Assassin is, of course, one. And they banned the
Ursa.
Ursa instead. So instead, they're looking to ban out tanky cores that can frontline reliably for their team. Meanwhile, No Cheese, like you said earlier, Bugs, they're going to be banning a ranged core that can take advantage of all of this chaos the Tusk and the Tiny can create and just safely hit from the backline. As of the moment, the only gap close that they have reliably is going to be this Void Spirit. So now they
Yeah.
ban the.
Oh, Bad Rider ban. That's very interesting. That means they expect Tiny to be the carry or Dawnbreaker to be the carry. I don't think that. I'm not sure if that's right. Let's see what Team 10 picks because now they have the option of both Drow and Lina. Both also do very well against these four heroes that we see right now. Drow's Gust destroys Void Spirit. Necrophos he can just free hit. Lina's just doing so much damage that you don't really care. Necrophos can go into Ghost and get Laguna bladed and insta dies. This is quite a precarious situation for No Cheese because Team Tam I feel like has quite open options to pick their carry hero now.
True. It is interesting that they consider this Tiny to be a safe lane carry, especially as Tiny carry hasn't really been seen since they moved his level 15 talent, the 40% damage with tree, into the level 20 slot, which made it difficult. It made it difficult for Tiny to get that physical damage early. So Team Tam are going to be picking, and as
Draw
expected,
Ranger.
they picked the Drow. So if no
So No
cheese.
Cheese now they have to pick a melee hero. Yeah, I think what you called just now PA would be quite decent against Drow. There's a bit of a weakness in the sense that Blur doesn't work so well against Drow's ult, but it still allows him to jump on the Drow directly. There's also Anti-Mage. These two heroes would like to close the gap, but I don't think Anti-Mage is that popular right now.
Oh
Unless,
no,
oh, it's the Snark.
So same mechanic, you still need the jumping forward-facing hero that's capable of closing the gap. They understand that okay, you're gonna be picking the Joe Ranger, which is going to be sitting behind this Tiny and this Tusk and this Dazzle. Dazzle's gonna be the one keeping him alive. So it kind of makes sense that they're going to go all in on this heavy initiate lineup. Plus, Slark is another hero that does benefit from the Empower, so allowing it to quickly farm up faster and allow him to get online much quicker and allowing this team to get aggressive very, very quickly.
Yeah, the Slark, I think it's a better pick than at least Anti-Mage. They probably didn't want to do the high armor of Tiny with the PA, so Slark naturally does very well in long fights. In this case, with Dazzle and Dawnbreaker around, the fights are going to be long because there's so many heals. So he's just going to get stacks upon stacks upon stacks, and does so much damage at the end of the fight. I think that's a good pick. I think they have a better idea of this game than I do actually.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So, before we do the rundown and introduce our players, which draft do you favor most between the two?
I favor, let's see. I favor no cheese. Slark, nope, Slark did a great performance in the previous series, so I'm looking forward to it again. Now he has Magnus on his back.
All right, the casters have called it, and now it's time for the rundown where we introduce you to the heroes and the heroes who are piloting the heroes. A multiple entendre there. All right, so on the Radiant side, you have no cheese, nope on the Slark, Yuno on the Void Spirit, Tensega on the Necrophos, Catnip on the Magnus, and Ninja Monkey on the Warlock. Meanwhile, on the other side of the river, you have the Dire side, Team Tam. You have Quantum on the Dazzle, Wackadoodle on the Tiny, Otter Spotter on the Tusk, Techno Viking on the Dawnbreaker, and Test Fanboy on the Drow Ranger. So, we are going to be getting a mid Tiny in this game, and what may probably look like a support Tusk. This Dawnbreaker building clearly as if she is going to be a core hero. On the other side, four heroes are grouping up on the side of No Cheese. They're probably preparing for an early game invasion. They're expecting this Team Tam side with tons of disables in their kit to try to make a play for another bounty rune.
Yeah, with the night vision of Slark and the ward on the high ground, they actually see they see the tusk across the river. They don't see team no cheese over here. But looks like it's three runes to no cheese.
Yes,
Sorry, three runes to Team Tam.
yes. Team Tam managing to pick up this third rune up here in the rivers, which allows them to gain a significant gold advantage entering into the laning phase. So, Tensega TPing to the top lane to prepare for his matchup with the Drow Rangers. So, in the mid lane, Yuno and Wackadoodle trying to get some superior lane position for them to be able to last hit. Though Wackadoodle does have the creeps up on his high ground, so it should make it a bit easier for him. Meanwhile, on the Radiant side,
Bottom lane, skewer down
Bontame is.
onto Tusk.
Oh, and they're going to try lane here. Otter Spotter does get the snowball in order to escape. Nope. And Ninja Monkey are unable to secure it, and Catnip is retreating. So like we said in the previous game, they are trying to go once again to that hyper aggressive tri lane to secure early kills, but didn't really work out that time in that game. So, uh, Team Tam, no cheese rather, Team Tam rather managed to get a break, and that break.
Yeah, it's not like the previous game where we see. Oh no, Catnip cliffed himself.
Oh, the
Arteezy,
Cliff TZ.
Arteezy cosplay. He doesn't even
Yes.
have a. He doesn't have
He doesn't have a TP,
a
so he's pretty much
TP.
stuck. He's stuck until he can get his skewer off of cooldown. So he has about 10 seconds while Quantum happily hits away at this Catnip Magnus. So Catnip is very much trapped, but he does use the high ground evasion. So he is
Oh, he gets
fine.
out.
Yes. High ground evasion saving the day for Catnip. He does get about to less than half health, but it's better than dead. So he's
Gets
got that going
tipped.
for him. Indeed. Unfortunate for Mr. Catnip that his game is gonna start, uh, and really poorly. But Quantum may have overextended himself trying to block out this top lane hard camp, but he will be fine. He will be fine, I guess.
Yeah, looks like honestly I'm not sure where the action's gonna be. The bottom lane is maybe the bottom lane will have the most action because Slark is getting some stacks. But oh, Tusk snowball onto Ninja Monkey.
Ninja Monkey with
Shards.
the ice shards, getting trapped with the snowball. Ninja Monkey is dropping low. He does activate the Shadow Word. Is this enough to save him? Order Spotter and Techno Viking hitting away. Ninja Monkey though with the healing may be able to get away in time, and he
Wow.
does. So
Survives.
great first move by Team Tam, but
Tensei top lane.
all right, the Tensei top lane Nino is dropping low. He has managed to cast his Death Pulse, allowing him to stay alive. But Quantum is hitting hard with the with that poison touch. He picks up the first blood, or rather, Test Fanboy picks up the first blood on the Catnip. They are looking for more. Tensega is juking the trees, trying to avoid Quantum and Test Fanboy, who are hunting him. They smell blood in the water. They see this poor ghosty old man, and they want to make sure he becomes a poor ghosty dead man, and he does so with the multi-shot. Test Fanboy picking up a
Yeah.
double kill early on in the top lane. So
Unfortunate positioning.
I think this is
The
yeah.
Catnip tried to save him, but just died halfway through the skewer. That's really sad if you're playing a support Magnus and your core dies and you just use your spells and nothing happens.
Indeed,
The
me.
mid lane is the mid lane. I'm looking at the this last hits trade off. 10 last hits on versus almost 20 last hits on Wackadoodle. This Tiny is quite far ahead, leading the charts. He even has 11 denies versus Yuno's 11 last hits. That's quite a staggering difference
Meanwhile, on the
on
bot
far
lane,
fewer
Catnip
time.
does go quickly on. Meanwhile, Catnip does go quickly on the getting revenge on Quantum for grieving him earlier, but Test Fanboy responds by killing his off lane Tensega. So 1-for-1 trade, support for a core. I think No Cheese very happy with that one, or rather Team Tam very happy with that one.
Damn, yeah. Yeah, Catnip is happy though. He gets some XP, he gets some money at the cost of his core, but whatever, you're pulse for you, Magnus. You can use the money.
That is true. They're playing. Look at me. I am the off lane now. But Tensei is gonna make the long walk of shame because his TP was on cooldown as a result of dying almost immediately after
Oh, Ninja
creeping
Monkey
in.
bottom.
However, other spotter and Techno Viking managed going once again. Ninja Monkey, Ninja Monkey with the Shadow Word enabled. Is this enough? But the pause,
That's it. The
surprise.
DCs.
Yes, the surprise pause uh, on the side of um, no cheese. But we're looking now at Ninja Monkey, and he's like Schrodinger's Warlock. He's both alive and dead at the same time, but frozen in this perpetual state of potential undeath. So far, what are you looking at, and what are you sensing so far from the vibe of this game?
Team Tan's lanes are going really well. Tiny is doing so well versus the Void Spirit. He still has 3 tangos that he hasn't used yet. Meanwhile, Void Spirit's doing has is quite far behind the last hits, and Team Tan's getting kills on all the lanes on all their cores. So I think they're quite well positioned right now to be taking the game.
That is true. A lot of action happening in the bot lane, but actually our kills have all come from the top lane though. So top lane may be a bit more aggressive this time around. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Wackadoodle and are still trading away. Like you said, Wackadoodle is surprisingly winning this lane heartily against Yuno. Yuno may be forced to rotate pretty soon. Meanwhile, Catnip and Quantum playing the game of who
Ninja
has
Monkey
more.
goes down bottom.
Yes, indeed. We just missed that while Catnip and Quantum were playing who gets to have more blue wards. Techno Viking Auto Spotter are playing the game of how to kill a warlock. And they succeed. So far one death actually on Ninja Monkey. At long last his juking abilities are no longer enough to save him that game. Meanwhile, Catnip is going now on Quantum. He does get the skewer off, but he gets Shockwave off,
Misses.
but misses the skewer, and he's forced to back off.
Two
And
points in the skewer. This is quite interesting. Generally, people, I'm not sure if you know something I don't because I don't play support Magnus, but 2 points in the skewer. I don't think you get that much benefit from the skewer second point. Most people like to leave it as a level 1 value. It's quite good, 900 range already at level 1.
I think it's more so that he could get the. Let's take a look. It's probably for the slow and the increase a bit of the distance. So, I mean, 75 may not be much, but it will go a long way, especially if you're trying to initiate. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, and Wackadoodle have been jostling for the rune, which I think was picked up by Wackadoodle. So Wackadoodle does have the arcane rune. He has already hit level 6, but he does have probably has no intentions to rotate yet because has also hit level 6, and so far both teams deciding to chill out for a bit. You know.
Yeah, I think the mid lane, Wackadoodle is in such a good position right now in terms of lost hits and net worth.
Yes.
So he's gonna just try to sit here. Like,
Here we go.
Yuno's not a threat to him.
Techno Viking is getting gone on by the Catnip and the Nope, and Techno Viking is slowed up and he
Not
is
down.
dead. Catnip with a
Nice.
smart TP, looking at the overextending, Mr. Mr. Techno Viking is caught out in position, skewered. He is pounced and he is slowed up and he is dead. So, so far they're repaying the early kills that they've managed to get on their core by having their own core. Nope, start beefing up with the kills. 1 point already, or 1 per minute stack of Essence Shift.
Yeah, but Techno Vikings back. They put the ward down. I think now Techno Vikings at full mana, full HP. He can go on Slark. Yeah, Slark jumps out.
Hmm.
The onus is now actually on Yuno to make some moves because Wackadoodle is in such a strong position. He can't kill him in mid solo. He needs to try to rotate, get something done in the other lanes. Otherwise, Wackadoodle is just gonna outscale him.
That is correct. However, Yuno is forced back into his base. He is farming up for that for that power treads though. So no, we probably will get Witchblade much later on. Interesting, he still goes for the boots. But now Catnip has rotated to the mid lane. He's looking at Wackadoodle. He does get
Oh,
him with the stun.
bottom.
Wackadoodle is still alive. However, in the bot lane, Ninja Monkey is taken down at the hands of Otter Spotter. However, Otter Spotter may be in trouble. He does get the bounce off. Solar Guardian
The
is up,
heal.
but he gets the heal on the Otter Spotter. He gets a stun on Nope, but Nope is level 6 with 20 charges on his Magic Wand. He does immediately pop the Shadow Dance. Ecno Viking is forced to retreat without any kind of further provocation against Nope. Now hitting level 6 in the clutch. Meanwhile, in the top
Skewer
lane,
top
Catnip
Quantum.
does get the skewer, but the Shadow Grave on Quantum may keep him alive, but not for long. Then Sega comes over and kills him. So Quantum is down, and Catnip is beginning to show that early aggression that we've come to expect from him throughout this AUSEA in-house series.
Yeah, the Magnus doing a lot of work, despite getting cliffed. Not as much work as his Pudge, but it's just by nature of the hero, right? You kind of have to go in as the Magnus and position yourself a little bit more dangerously. Still getting stuff done though. He gets the pull off here just to get the Tenseiga in a better position in the lane. And actually participating now, like getting an assist in that kill. So it's not a small
Indeed.
thing. He pulls
However,
Wackadoodle into tower.
Wackadoodle does get the Abatos, but he pops a bit of health in order to keep himself alive. Will bottle up, and Wackadoodle will back off. Quantum though does
Ninja
refill
Monkey
his
goes
bottle.
down again.
Meanwhile, Ninja Monkey is dead again. Otter Spockler and Techno Viking once again put the boots to this poor bearded man. We have a amount of
Quantum,
bearded
mid
mans in
lane,
this game.
get caught by
Meanwhile,
Yuno.
Quantum is caught. He does pop off the Shadow Grave though, so he may be able to live through this aggression. Aggression though with the Astral Step. He is dead. Wackadoodle though is chasing He senses the target. He gets the Avatos with the snowball blocked. What is maybe unnecessary. Thus mid is gone. Is taken down by Wackadoodle with a bit of an assist from Otter Spotter as well. Catnip might have been the next victim, but he smartly backs off. So no follow-up. Potentially, unless, of course, he tries to push up. Invis Rune has revealed itself in the bottom, and most likely, Otter Spotter just securing it for his mid Magnus, for his mid Tiny, excuse me. So far,
They smoke up.
all right, smoke up on Wackadoodle and Otter Spotter. They are hunting. They're looking for Nope. Nope does land his the Dark Pact and the pounce, but of course the missed Solar Guardian, unfortunately for Mr. Techno Viking. However, not in time for them to. No, although it may have been the fake out though, and it probably was not necessary because Wackadoodle does land his Avatos anyway, so he does pick up the kill on Mr. Nope. So Wackadoodle now taking his advantage in the mid lane, and is going now this time with Ninja Monkey, but Ninja Monkey does end up pulling back. Catnip though is level 6. He does have the RP up, and he
RP to
managed
the
to
tower.
RP, but no follow up. There's not enough damage on the side of Ninja Monkey in order to take down both Wackadoodle and Techno Viking, and both heroes are capable of walking away. But an early preview into how effective this Warlock Magnus combo is going to be for the side of No Cheese later on in the game.
Yeah, they really needed a +1 there just to get the kill. Unfortunately, didn't have his TP ready. It was like 40 seconds off when the RP went out, so he couldn't join the fight. And I think Tenseiga was just trying to play his lane. So yeah, just not enough to deal with that. But they did chase him off a little bit. But they're still in lane. Yeah, Tiny and Dawnbreaker are still in lane. They have about half health each. They're still ready to fight. And to be honest,
Yes,
they have the
as
mana.
they should.
They just
Quantum,
don't
though, is
have
getting
the
gone
ult.
on. He has been hit by the entire combo, but he does cash Hollow Grave, so he should be okay. We also hit the poison touch with additional step, but Quantum is dead. Managing to land one more Astral Step to take out this Quantum, who is just hoping to get some support in the mid lane. He does drop the Aether Remnant to be able to secure his escape from Wackadoodle, who does TP mid. Meanwhile, at the bot lane, Skewer and Shockwave on the hands of Catnip. Catnip manages to put an Otter Spotter and Techno Viking. Tenseiga does manage to land the Reaper Scythe, but may have been too early, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a
Both
bit too
Techno
early.
Viking and Otter Spotter are down. Great rotations on the side of Tenseiga. However, Wackadoodle with the Haste Rune is thinking about further progressing this team fight, but decides not to and is electing to back off. But Tenseiga and Ninja Monkey are aware that he is a bot. Is converging on him as well. Is Wackadoodle going to pay for staying here in the bot lane? But maybe he does. Astral Step.
Oh, he missed.
But he drops the rock. Yes. Oh, but he misses the skewer. But the second astral step is sufficient, and and rather Ninja Monkey picks up the kill. Great, first use of the golem that we've seen this game, and very effective. It tails off this mid lane wackadoodle.
Yeah, unfortunately, Void Spirit missed the Astral Aether Remnant. Sorry. So Warlock's forced to use the ult, drop the rock just to secure the kill. Yeah, but they still get the kill. Wackadoodle's such a big kill here. One of the strongest heroes in the map right now. They had to kill him and get this value in. Nope, jumps on Auto Spotter.
Indeed, Otter Spotter trying to ward out, but Nope catches him in response. The snowball is up, but he catches it on Ninja Monkey. However, the Solar Guardian does come in. Ninja Monkey is in trouble. He gets stunned. He gets avalanched. He gets dead. But the
I
but
noticed.
his but his
The Auto Spotter tried to dodge Dawnbreaker's ult, his own ally's ult. That's a that's a normal reaction to Dawnbreaker ults. Even though it's on your team, you kind of forget it's on your team.
yes indeed. So Otter Spotter may have like muscle reflex.
Or
Oh,
bounty runes.
wow. Meanwhile, of course, Test Fanboy just having the time of his life farming in his safe jungle and the top lane. However, he is forced out with Tensega and Cat preparing to take on the dark lane. But in
Mid
response,
lane?
Wackadoodle. However, does jump in. Test Fanboy missed the multi shot, but is hits it on damage. He gets slowed up with that upheaval. Test Fanboy's dead. So no more happy farming days for Mr. Test Fanboy. He gets caught out by Meanwhile, the
Runs
bot
into
lane.
a smoke ank.
However, Nope though may be paying for this with his life, so a trade is imminent. A 1-for-1. Both safe lane cores down at the hands of their mid of both teams' mid lane. So, okay, that takes the
Yeah.
edge of the kill on Mr. Test Fanboy. You see, for the action hero on the mid, Techno Viking does cast Celestial Hammer and the Starbreaker. Is dropping low, but he does cast Astral Step. Catnip is in. Upheaval as I've activated. The ult of Tensega is down. The Reaper has claimed Mr. Techno Viking. Test Fanboy, Wackadoodle, Quantum, and Otter Spotter. The rest of the team time are looking for a fight, and they're going to get it. Wackadoodle, Avatos, Tensega, cast the Ghost Shroud. May not further follow up. Aether Remnant does taunt Mr. Wackadoodle, but they will back off. I don't think we'll be seeing any further action. Although both teams have maintained 4 heroes in this one, they're probably looking for another engagement here. So, pretty fast series of fast fights coming in
Action
from
back.
both teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. They did try to get the kill here. Tusk rolling in all the way, and unfortunately paying for it with his life. But that's fine. It's just support. We have this TS fanboy now farming ancients. This is exactly what he wants to do. Get the big money on the draw, and then move into the formation again, where the beefy heroes are up front. Dazzle's next to him, and they can get the kills. I noticed Nope went for Echo Saber. He might have heard me talk about it last game when he played Diffuser Blade Slark. Echo Saber definitely allows him to tank up a little bit more. He can of course switch his treads to strength, which gives him up to about 1500 HP. That's pretty tanky. But unfortunately, he's going up against Tiny. Tiny has so powerful magic burst. This HP might actually not be enough just to survive this unfortunate situation, because Echo Saber is a great pick here. Just might not be enough. Looks like a smoke gang coming in from the middle lane. They're running towards Nope.
Nope, though, may be in trouble, though, but he is hiding out of here. But went up for Wackadoodle with the avatars, but he does immediately cast the shadow Dance. He may be able to get away. Pounce, though, for the extra, for an additional escape. And now the rest of No Cheese converging on this Radiant safe lane jungle. They're probably looking for any kind of reprisal, but Wackadoodle, Otter Spotter, and Quantum are back. And Wackadoodle with this DD may be able to do something. He does get the avatars, but Otter Spotter does follow it up with the snowball combo. He is dead.
No.
Nope follows not long after. So Team Tam immediately responding to immediately remaneuvering themselves and re-engaging and managing to pick up a kill on both apologies, no, Ninja Monkey and Nope. So a pretty good trade, a pretty good move from Team Tam.
Yeah, quite good awareness as well. Despite putting 2 sentry ones on the high ground, they noticed that No Cheese here had wards because of the way they were maneuvering around the fight. And after getting the quick kills, they dewarded the area. Now No Cheese lose control in their jungle. And they lose the mid tower as well. So this area, this whole area from the mid lane into the bottom lane, it's quite dangerous for No Cheese.
No, Team Tam is now beginning to seize map control of this game. This is going to significantly close off the areas where Nope is going to be able to farm, though. But Nope has progressing well. Has already picked up the Echo Saber. He's working now towards that Aghanim Scepter, and it also has a BKB lined up. So he's probably uh, taking extra precautions against this burst lineup of Team Tam. Yuno already has the Witch Blade, and he's working towards the Aghanim Shard, and Tensega is farming up the Ancients. He already has the Mechanism and the Arcane Boots, maybe going for a very early Guardian Greaves. Meanwhile, on the side of Team Tam, Test Fanboy finish up the Yasha and the Dragonlance, so he's going to have a lot of agility coming his way and will allow them to push top top tier 1 of the side of Radiant very, very quickly. Meanwhile, Wackadoodle does have Blink Dagger already. He's working now towards his own Echo Saber. He has regen in his bottle. Life is good. What can I say? And wow, first item, Aghanim Scepter though. So
Yeah.
he's going more for utility Dawnbreaker this game for Mr. Techno Viking. He is queuing up the phase boost. So what do you think of this first item, Aghanim Scepter? Not typically what we see from a Dawnbreaker.
Definitely not, but it's not too out of the way, to be honest. They recognize that Dawnbreaker is a way to break the combos of the big spells on Team No Cheese, and they kill Tensega. That's a free kill. That's a free kill.
Yes, Test Fanboy managing to land the Gust, but now there's a follow-up. Ninja Monkey, though, does cast the rock before he dies, but it may not be enough, or he may not be incentivized to go after this one. After all, two members of the team are dead. Of course, an aforementioned free kill on Mr. Tensega and Ninja Monkey following not long after. So now this Team Tam team feels a lot more aggressive. They feel very strong. They feel that they're going to start they feel strong enough to start making moves and start taking objectives.
But yeah, as I was saying, these Ags, they're really doubling down on the heal and keeping their allies alive through the big combos of No Cheese. And so far it's working out. The heroes are so tanky, so you don't really see them just lose their health in a burst like that, right? It's always a long fight and they make No Cheese pay for taking the fight into them. Every time they lose a hero, that No Cheese probably lose a couple more.
Indeed. So not only are they winning the trades against No Cheese, they are making full use of it by seizing control of the maps, though. So, what's No Cheese's avenue here at this point? Like, what kind of items do you think either Tensaiga or Yuno need to build to start making moves on the map as well? Or what timings do you think No Cheese is anticipating?
All right, so as the Void Spirit is in a very dangerous situation where he has to burst the hero, but the enemy heroes are not burstable. Plus, there is heals coming in, so the only hero you can really burst is maybe the Dazzle, but it's so hard to burst the Dazzle with the Shallow Grave, with the Solar Guardian coming in. So it's quite limited what Void Spirit can do. He would have to gank up with a +1 and try to get kills with that. However, Yuno's farming. Sorry, Nope is farming on the Slark, but I do notice the Catnip's not giving him the Empower to farm. So this is like a great synergy that we're missing out. Sure, sure, Nope has already got his Aghanims, but and he's top network on his team, but he could be way more than this. He's only right under the Drow, which is like 3,000 gold ahead of him, which is quite
Yes.
significant.
It is. Team Tam does enjoy a 4K advantage. Now he does give Dope the Empower, probably stream sniping, and hearing Mr. Bugs mocking Catnip for not giving his safe lane carry the skill he needs to farm even faster. Though, so well, it's all in good jest. All in good jest. Smoke up on the side of Team Tam. They're hunting for a kill now. Techno Viking, of course, can easily join in with this Aghanim Scepter enhanced Solar Guardian. Nope, though is in trouble. Maybe they may swat out Ninja Monkey. Though Ninja Monkey is hit with the Avatos, and Ninja Monkey goes down. This time the movable Solar Guardian does manage to land him up, but the Shadow Dance and the Shard not enough to save Mr. Nope. Nope is dead. Tensega may soon to follow, and Tensega does follow. 3 heroes down. An
Great
excellent rotation and smoke gank on the side of Team Tam. They can now probably go for this Radiant bottom tier 2.
Yeah, they should take now the game. The idea is that they take one of the tier 2s, pressure the other tier 2, get the glyph off, and then rush, get a free Roshan maybe. Draw is huge. Manta double damage. They have double damage. They can just take. They might be able to take Roshan now.
Indeed, and both
What's Team Time? Sorry, what's No Cheese gonna do about this? They can't even fight into this.
that is true. No cheese probably need to make even not only you need to make a move, any kind of move at this point. They have to be able to secure map control. And to do that, they probably need to commit a significant amount of resources to be able to take down at least one of these heroes. It's gonna go a long way into No Cheese being able to regain control of the map. So uh, I think the honest now definitely is gonna be on Tensega and to start making plays start making plays with Nope. Nope
Oh,
though.
he tries to go on illusion.
Oh, and the illusion illusion bait is for Yuno. Yuno's like, no, I was I was hoodwinked, bamboozled, and deceived.
There goes 500 mana to kill an illusion. Feels bad, man.
Indeed, feels bad indeed. But he has about 600 more, so that'll be enough to land one more set of combos though. So it doesn't feel bad about it. Another pair of illusions hitting a clear.
And
Another pair of test
them
fan.
pinging out. They're making moves here. Smoked up.
Yes. Smoke out on the side of No Cheese. They finally feel that they're strong enough to take a fight, and they probably have to at this point. Solar Guardian though is up on Test Fanboy, so able to pick up.
Oh,
So they want to do though
they break
is on the clear, but they do get the RP, and it's only on Mr. Quantum. That's 3 ultimates down for a pause 5 though. That feels very very bad if you are No Cheese, and now they do take out Tensega in response, as well as Ninja Monkey. Both No Cheese now forced to retreat. Meanwhile, they immediately head into the Roche. That was a bit of a disaster from No Cheese. They commit so much resources, but only end up killing a pause 5. Meanwhile, the Team Time responds by killing 3 of their own.
Yeah, that really didn't go the way they planned. They had a 5-man smoke. They used all their ults, but they only got the support. Wackadoodle had a really great avalanche stun, 4 people at the back, while Catnip managed to blink past it. But that's not enough. He managed to get out through the rock. Quantum goes down again.
Yes,
Where did
Quantum
he go
goes down, but Wackadoodle is immediately picking him out with the gust on the side of Test Fanboy. Is down. He pays for managing to find and take down Quantum in the mid game. In addition, Roshan has been taken by the side of Team Tam. Test Fanboy with the Aegis. He already has the Manta Style and Hurricane Pike completed, so it's going to be very difficult to kill or even catch on the side of for the side of No Cheese. They're not starting to use this Aegis to take even more objectives. They're pushing heavily into this mid tier 2. Meanwhile, on the other side, Nope is pushing out the bottom and is planning to take this dire bottom tower tier 1. So Team
He's going
Tam
out the
have
wave.
absolute control. However, they do get the skewer, but it may not be enough. The Atnip ends up getting caught by Wackadoodle, Otter Spotter, and Test Fanboy, and he is down. Tensega forced to pop the Ghost Shroud in order to keep himself alive. Test Fanboy taking advantage of that extra range granted to him by Hurricane Pike and his ultimate, dealing just an immense amount of damage in order for him to take out did some significant damage to this mid tier 2. Nope, is spotted up by Quantum, but he does back off. Quantum does not have his shard yet on this hero, so his poison touch isn't able to turn people into a nice little frog, but it may not matter. Techno Viking and Auto Spotter are in the area. Nope may be in trouble if he does not get out quickly. Meanwhile, on the other side, Ninja Monkey and Tensega healed up by Ninja Monkey with that Ags enhanced Shadow Word. They do spot out Test Fanboy. Are they gonna try and make a play for this
Yes,
one?
Fanboy.
Test Fanboy though
He has Aegis though.
has Aegis.
Oh, he dodges it. Manta dodges
However,
the,
want to
the,
dodge,
Randuin.
but Wackadoodle does get hit with the what's the skill again? Oh, there you go, the Fatal Bonds, but now he gets the RP, a 3-man RP. But they finally pop the Aegis, but the snowball saving them from the effect of the rock.
They're falling
What
apart.
a snowball from Otter Spotter. It may have salvaged the team fight for them. Nope is running low. He has no more pounce charges left, and he is taken down by the side of Team Tam. What a save! Like, they finally got the RP they wanted. They get 3 heroes in. They're just going to drop the rock, but Otter Spotter with that very clutch snowball saving the day for
Yeah,
Team
that was
Tam.
such a good snowball. That like instantly made him almost like MVP status. So just by that one move, it was going so well too for No Cheese. They had the spells they wanted, like you said, right? They got all the spells off. They got the Aegis down, and the saves are just so much for Team Tam. They just couldn't finish them. At the end, they had sorry, Team Tam only gave up an Aegis, and now they can just push.
Indeed. Bottom mid tier 2 has been taken on the side by the side of the Dire Team Tam here, so they're gonna be bringing out the outpost and
Oh,
they're
Catnap
threatening the tier 3, but
tosses
Techno Viking
Dawnbreaker in.
tosses his auto spotter with the Walrus Punch does kill Catnip. Catnip is dead. Tenseiga may soon to follow. The snowball does connect as well as the Starbreaker, but the big bad Scythe is coming in, and the big bad Technovike is dead. Dominating kill streak, giving up. Leash is taken by Nope. Nope activates the Shadow Dance. He does hit Auto Spotter. Auto Spotter with the Defiant Walrus Punch. Probably has like one final. I'm out of here. Nope,
Okay,
though.
vision.
May spot actually, but he does
He
get the
reached him.
leash. He is dead as well. So out of
There we
nowhere,
go.
the Team Tam may have been staying in the bot lane too long, and no cheese immediately respond.
Yeah, they dove a bit too deep just for the catnip kill and wasn't ready for the buyback. But they had the right idea. They could have actually just slow sieged the tower and did some damage and backed off when catnip popped back, or at least try to bait the buyback. But in any case, the game's not over for Team Time is still quite far ahead. It almost gets a solo
Indeed.
kill on Yuno.
However, Wackadoodle is dropping to drop low. He is being attacked by all members of the side of team of No Cheese, and he is dead. Mega kill streak given to Tenseiga. So, and he even managed to take the mid tier 1 in response. Apologies. Hold
Yeah,
on.
that was also partly because Slark still had the stacks from the previous fight. He had like 20 something stacks, and that's so much agility. That's like 60 agility. Goes into the Wackadoodle's high armor. Doesn't matter. He just does so much damage. Dawnbreaker coming through.
Yes, so the Dawnbreaker does manage to kill out Catnip, and now Tenseiga is taken down, but the rock has been dropped. Out of Technovike, our spotter is slowed up. He does pick up he does manage to get Nope, but Nope does kill Techno Viking. The Darkback managing to immediately remove the silence. So so far so good. They do lose Catnip, who did buy back, as well as Tenseiga in that fight, but they do manage to take out both the offlane duo. Meanwhile, Yuno and Wackadoodle trying to play this game footsie,
Oh,
but Wackadoodle unfortunately manages to get the superior of that exchange. So uh, Team Tam managing to make managing to salvage pretty bad fight with a good move of their own.
out of curiosity, if you see Tiny, right, he has zero base agility. If Slark kills Tiny, does he actually steal any agility?
Let us read up on Essence Shift. Essence Shift though steals each of their attributes. So I think that if he has no more agility to steal, he's gonna start extra stealing, I guess. I mean, I think that's probably why they picked the Tiny, because even if he starts wailing away at the Tiny, though Tiny doesn't have that much stats to steal agility wise, so it may not be such a bad thing for the.
Which is quite an interesting interaction. Like you don't really get the zero stat heroes anymore, right? It's like Tiny is quite unique in that sense. And I'm just curious if if you actually kill Tiny, do you get the agility? And Tiny doesn't lose the agility, so you're creating agility out of nowhere. Is this the law of Ice Frog agility thermodynamics or something?
Yes. If you have no agility, therefore there's no agility that can be stolen. Haha. Ice Frog and Gaben have spoken the law, and the law is true. 81% win
Techno
probability
Viking
though
alone on top.
on the side of Team Tam. Does miss the Astral Remnant. Is forced to invest another Astral Step, but Nope comes in with that external leash, but he does get
There we go.
he does get hit with the Death Seeker and the ultimate Reaper Scythe. So Techno Rising isn't able to get away from the side of No Cheese. No Cheese now suddenly feel a lot more stronger. They're confidently roaming around the map. They're positioning to take this dire top tier 2. Meanwhile, however, Team Tam though is pushing heavily towards this mid, though fortification does come up, allowing them to hold off this advance. What has changed between the last almost 5 minutes ago? No Cheese was defending the tower, and they were looking it was looking quite dire. Now suddenly No Cheese may have a bit of hope.
Yeah, Nope is now online, just like the previous series that we casted yesterday. Nope, Slark comes online, does a heck load of damage, plays with his team. So they are now confident, right? And they realize that Nope is a really strong hero now. they play around Nope and and try their best to enable him, and he's gonna get the agility stacks. He's gonna get the kills for him for their team. So heroes like Catnip and just have to play interference, get the big spells off, and allow Nope to hit the targets that he wants.
Indeed, Roche is coming up though in 3 seconds, so this could be something that's gonna be that may be fought over though. But instead, they have decided to retreat back to their back to the bottom where Radiant's tier 3 is being hit on by the Illus of Test Fanboy. But um, Team Tam backing off may not decide to go for another aggressive play here. Probably learning the lesson from a
Yeah.
while ago.
Yeah, looks like they are. I wouldn't mind getting hit on by Draw Ranger's illusions though. However, yeah, they do back off and play more disciplined now. They probably realize that Roshan might be up soon, so they don't want to give the advantage. If they dive here and die, they're gonna give up Roshan as well, so it's just not worth the risk. Aha, they're picking out wards now. I think this is one of the first times they did it with the Slark. I'm not sure if I noticed the previous times, but Slark's Shadow Dance ability would have allowed him to catch out a lot of wards, and they could have done it a lot earlier, I think. A little bit of a lull now. I think they're thinking about how they want to take Roshan, and it's not safe because everyone's up. 5-man smoke on the team on the side of No Cheese, heading towards the dire jungle.
Yes, they do. They do.
Um,
They do find this Roshan though. So Roshan is up on the side. Is now up. So both teams are converging on it. Maybe looking for this next fight. However, Nope does hop in. He does get snowballed, but the big ult does
BKB.
come in. BKBs are out for both Wackadoodle and Nope. Catnip is dead though, isolated by Test Fanboy and Quantum, but Nwakadoodle is now hitting back. Tensega does pop the Ghost Shroud. May not be enough to save his life, but it probably will. The mass healing from
Oh, he goes
Ghost Shroud
down.
unfortunately doesn't come though, and the burst damage now coming in from the side of Team Tam. So, though No Cheese was right in being aggressive, Team Tam managing to counteract and make the most of it. What happened?
Yeah, they seem to take the smokes up into the high ground, and they didn't have the right game plan on how to deal with it. So since they're fighting to Team Tam's high ground, Team Tam will always have the advantage in terms of vision and positioning. It's really hard for the No Cheese supports to connect when Nope jumps up front. Even though he survived, yeah, he survived. He's a really strong hero right now. But the supports just weren't in position to support him in a sense to get the kills. So now they're losing Drax tier 3s.
Indeed, Wackadoodle though is part 2 pushed up, but he does
Oh
get
no, he
the
misses
RP,
twice.
but he missed the skewer back. However, Auto Spotter now going in. He does get the snowball and the Walrus punch. Capnet is dead. Meanwhile, Auto Spotter is leashed up, but he does use the Ice Shards to get away. But the Reaper Scythe comes in, and Tensega managing to take down Auto Spotter, and the rest of the team decide to fall back. So they do lose their top tier 3, but they don't lose anything else after that.
Yeah, I believe they could have actually taken more, but actually Drow, I don't think Drow was there, right? Drow was just farming with no mana on the other side of the map, so this was quite well done for four hero engagement. They lose Autospotter, yeah, but who cares, right? You get the tier 3, you back out, you make them. Nope was jumping around, misses two pounces. That's pretty cool.
Yes, which unfortunately for Mr. Nope, we did get on camera, so you're gonna see that in the replay later on. Wakadoodle though, building the typical tiny mid, he's going for the Aghanim Scepter next. He already has the shard though on Tiny. Usually you don't really see mid Tinies take a shard, but it will allow the side of Team Tam to push towers and creeps very quickly. Wow, in 2 hits he's taken out an entire creep wave. Wackadoodle is feeling very, very empowered in this one.
Yeah, not just that though. You see, like Tiny dishing out so much damage. Drow is dishing out so much damage. But speaking of Drow, she's actually the highest HP hero on her team. We talked about the earlier beefy cores, beefy frontliners on the strength heroes, but Drow is 3,140 HP. He tops the HP of all the other strength heroes.
Yes, he's becoming very, very difficult to kill now with the BKB and picking up the Satanic as well. So not only is this dragon have to be dealing a ton of damage, to be able to sustain through a ton of damage as well. So though Cheese managed to take out these double wards placed in pretty much the same area. Yes, we also did get that on cam, so don't worry, Team Tam. You'll also have something to discuss in your when you do the replay of this game. So what's the play now though for no cheese? Now the draw is going to be very difficult to kill. Like what kind of targets do you think no cheese is going to be trying to prioritize in the next fight?
It's gonna be very hard to. It's gonna be very hard to get any pickoffs. They're really tanky. They have so many heals. I think we've been saying that the whole game. This pickoff game is not gonna work for no cheese. So they're gonna have to turtle down in their base, wait for Team Tam to come to them. They have the advantage because they have the Aegis, but yeah, that's not how they should fight into. So they should let Team Tam come over and hope they make mistakes inside their base. Get a nice skewer in, get a nice RP, pull people into the towers, pull people into the fountain if possible, and this is how they're gonna get their comeback.
All right, so it's time for the fountain skewer catnip to start to make some serious uh, juju for the side of no cheese. Meanwhile, Team Tam has positioned themselves on the top lane, probably preparing to take on this Rax. The Wackadoodle does have the Aghanims finished, so he's gonna have that tree volley, which is gonna hurt a lot on for the side of Team Tam. Um, Meanwhile, Techno Viking going fully into that healing build. He has finished the Guardian Greaves and has picked up the Holy Locket, so he's gonna be Solar Guardian or bust in this game. And now
Oh,
Bodhi
can
perfectly
it
the maneuver. Catnip
work?
does manage to get Wackadoodle. Wackadoodle though does hit the RP, but gets but he does get the snowball and the walrus punch. Catnip is dead, and others may soon to follow. Auto
Some
spotter
buyback.
is dropping low, but Test Fanboy with the ultimate, rather Test Fanboy Techno Viking rather with that Solar Guardian keeping Catnip alive even through the ultimate of Tensega, and now they're just running down. No cheese. No cheese may not have no ability to take back this
Oh
game,
no.
and this is
Nope
looking
has buyback still,
quite
but I don't know what he
dire.
can do with this. There's no
Yeah.
more ults, there's no more control. If he buys back, he's just gonna jump into his death. That was a really good ulti by Dawnbreaker. Great save, of course, by Tusk to pull the heroes in, to pull Wackadoodle in after the RP. But Dawnbreaker gets a 5-man Solar
Solar
Guardian on
Guardian.
his teammates. Like, they're all full HP. Who cares? Just dive the base, get a full 5-man heal, and they're all, look at this, they're all full HP now, still. Dazzle and Dawnbreaker really doing the heals.
Indeed. So surprising amount of heals on the side of Team Tam keeping their teammates alive. Wackadoodle does not manage to kill Ninja Monkey, so Ninja Monkey is a bit tankier. But the buybacks are now coming from nope. This is it. No cheese. They're preparing to make their final stand, but the side of Team Tam decide to earn the side of caution and pull
Yeah.
back pull
They
back.
just wears out.
No ages
They
left,
just
so
wears
they
out,
don't
yeah.
feel confident in taking this next high ground. Although they're probably just waiting for their creeps to push in. So two lanes taken in that team fight in the mid. What they do, smoke up. I think they're going to try and probably end this game. Yuno though is caught out, but he does manage
Oh
to land,
no.
dissimulate, and does get away. But it does reveal that the team time is smoked up. So I think they're just going to back off.
Yeah, there's not much that No Cheese can do right now. They really have to turtle down in their base, wait for Team Tam to come to them, and hopefully they make some mistakes in the engagement. Because you can't fight into this. Like I said before, the heals is too much. Wackadoodle is doing so much damage now with the Aghanims tree volley. Holy crap! You like the wave got deleted, but if Yuno was actually still there, he might have just died.
Indeed, though. Also, it's also interesting to note though that Techno Viking does also pick up the Pipe of Insight, so that's another bit of of healing and save that he's gonna have for this team. These two damage dealing cores is very well protected by their offlane Techno Viking and their boss 5 Dazzle, who has picked up the Force Staff and the Glimmer Cape, a ton of saves capable for this team. Meanwhile, the Wackadoodle is invest up. He does pick up the Silver Edge though, so I probably is gonna be using it on Nope to remove a lot of those, to remove the stacks that he does have. Catnip though is spotted out by the Gust and the Snowball, and he
Oh,
is dead.
Captain
What a
dies.
gust on the side of Test Fanboy.
With some hacks.
Yes.
Catnip goes down, they tip each other. I think they know this is the last leg for No Cheese.
Yes, this is
Team
it.
Tam is in
If
such a
no
dominant
cheese give
position.
if no cheese give this up, we will be seeing Megas pushing into the side of the Radiant. Team Tam now in a very dominated position. They don't look to give it up. They do
No,
manage to land the he does manage to land his 3 volley and the combo, but nope, immediately popping the Shadow Dance. He does get away, and the Death Shot as well, picking up a shot in order to keep himself alive. Wackadoodle is keeping serve while the rest of his team manage to clean up the racks. Mega Creeps are now going to be pushing in. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
No Cheap is dropping low with the constant hits from Test
No.
Fanboy, and he's dead. 104 seconds, no buyback. Gust does take out Densega as well, and they call it.
They call it, yeah. The dominant position of Team Tam here. Just there's nothing that No Cheese could do. They just walk up after Catnip gets caught. You kind of know that your catch potential's gone. Yuno's just as strong as Yuno is. The damage is just not enough. They need some lockdowns. They need the Warlock out along with the Magnus RP. But yeah, it's just not. It's not. It's not enough. Wackadoodle says that the siege creep saw
Oh
Catnip
wow,
in
the Siege Creep managed to
in the
see
trees.
Catnip attempting to cut the wave, and unfortunately that Siege Creep would ultimately lead to the demise of No Cheese. So dominating victory from Team Tam this game. So who is your pick for MVP of this game?
MVP. Damn. I can't really say right now. Maybe honestly I think Techno Viking did a lot. The heals, the whole defensive non-greedy build on Dawnbreaker, the selfless Dawnbreaker build. This is really good because he recognizes that Tiny and Draw Ranger are more than enough to do the damage, to be in a good position. And he just needs to keep them alive and tank up. What do you think, Aaron?
All right, my choice of MVP has to be Wackadoodle. It was him winning mid that allowed Team Tam the ability to quickly rotate and push through the map. Wackadoodle also building like a ton of damage, allowing him to solo kill a ton of a lot of No Jesus heroes. 11, 2, and 14 on this Tiny. So well played from Wackadoodle. Though my runner-up though for sub MVP isn't Techno Viking, but it's the Otter Spotter, simply for those great snowball saves. Like,
Yeah, that's definitely, you're right. Honorable mention, the snowball save that was amazing in that fight. It could have went really badly for for Team Tam. Nochis could have destroyed them, but the save was so good, along with the Dawnbreaker ult. That was
in
such a clean fight.
yes, Otter Spotter and Techno Viking both really deserve the accolades for this game. Really clean game played by the side of Team Tam. Meanwhile, on the side of No Cheese, who do you have as your honorable MVP for the losing team?
Catnip played great, but I think that what I like to see was Nope playing a standard slug. He knows when his timings are. He knows he has to get into the strong position. He farms into that position. Tells his team to come with him, and they play with him, and they did make some moves despite being quite far behind. And I think that's all kind of Nope's call, right? He recognizes when he's strong and when he needs to farm. What do you think?
Indeed. I do have to share your opinion though. Nope was the key hero for the side of No Cheese. Once Nope got online, No Cheese felt confident enough to be able to push in and start using the team fight potential that they could have gotten in order to try to take some kills and regain map control on the side of Team Tam. I think the
All right.
problem with Team Tam or with No Cheese was more of execution in this game. Like you're playing around 2 heroes or 3 heroes with really large ultimates. So it really takes that kind of picture perfect snap execution in order to get the combos. And unfortunately, No Cheese were just unable to pull that off.
Yeah, you're right. The draft was stacked against them. Execution was tough, and they lost. No, Team Tam was just a better team all around. All right, I think it looks like there's a 10-minute break. We will come back for game two in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. We'll restart the stream, and thanks for watching.